Hello there. My name is Nancy Hundal, and I'm the author of this book, Stazy and the Magic List, published by Rebel Mountain Press. It's the story of a girl named Stazy and her three friends, Rena, Faye, and Hallie. They have a lot in common. They're in the same grade 7 class at their school, and they're all in the skills class for some help with their schoolwork. They also share another huge secret similarity. They're all supernatural. Rena is an angel, Faye is a fairy, and Hallie is a mermaid. Stazy has just learned that she is a witch. In the excerpt that I'm going to read you now, she is visiting her grandmother, who is also a witch. Stazy calls her Abuelita, which is Spanish for grandmother. Her Abuelita is starting to teach Stazy about her magic, and Stazy is nervous and full of questions, but she's also so excited to be a witch. Stazy, by the way, is short for Anastasia, and that's what her grandmother calls her. And Stazy's kitten's name is Carter. So here is a little bit from Stazy and the Magic List. Getting to Abuelita's now was much easier. I'd done it a couple of times, so both Mom and I could relax about the bus route. It was pretty simple. I did wonder about how I might travel to Abuelita's after I was a full witch. About witchery, I knew almost nothing. Bumping around on the bus on the way there, I stared out the window at passing houses and stores while I made a list of possible ways to travel there. My bike becoming suddenly motorized, zapping Carter to carry a mini-me through the streets, a spell taking me from my bathroom to Abuelita's, a ride across the darkened sky on a broom. Did witches really do that? I had a lot to learn, and that was partly why I needed to be with Abuelita. It would be impossible for me to wait until Halloween to find out all this stuff. If I didn't succeed with the list, it was going to be horrible to know all the things I would have been able to do otherwise, but that was a chance I would have to take. I couldn't stand the suspense. And then I was knocking on Abuelita's door. It felt so good to be there. My room was ready, my blanket, my books, my little lamp. My witch self, the part of me that was stretching and waking up, felt so at home. After the hugs and a dinner of nachos, cheese, and spicy ground beef, yay! I started in with the questions, and I had a lot of them. How long did witches live? Forever? Were there extreme good witches and bad witches, like Dorothy and Toto faced? Or were they more like people, a mix of both? How did they live? Like Abuelita, who lived like a human but was really a witch? Did some live in witch groups? Were they really called covens? Witcheries? Abuelita was patient and answered every one of my questions. I gobbled up those answers like I had the nachos. There was even time for a little magicking before bed. I knew that tomorrow she would ask about homework. Ew. But tonight we were free to do the other kind of homework, my favorite kind. It reminded me of parkour, the way we warmed up for magic. With parkour, it was flexing and stretching, gently waking up my muscles and parkour brain, so I was ready to go. With magic, it was more like meditating, so my head was clear, so no weird leftover feelings from earlier got in there and made me turn a pineapple into a rhinoceros in the middle of the living room. We sat on the living room floor, and Abuelita flicked her fingers a couple times to light some candles. Then some music came on, gentle notes with bells tingling that massaged my brain. We just breathed in and out together, eyes closed, in and out. It was usually hard for me to concentrate on stuff like this, but not with magic. I just kept breathing, letting that music settle my thoughts down. So easy. After a while, Abuelita lowered the music and asked me to open my eyes and think about the word safe. I did. Then she asked me to hold my hands out, palms up, and keep thinking about that word. I did. I could feel that she sprinkled something powdery on my hands. I sneezed. But after a few seconds, I could feel a pull on my fingers, like some energy was pulling them out. I didn't peek though. My fingers felt long and webby, like they were trailing out all over the room, all over the world. It was creepy and great at the same time. I tried to forget the creepy part and just kept thinking about safe. And then, plonk! In my right hand was a favorite book from down the hall. A second later, Abuelita's old housecoat hung itself over my left arm. I opened my eyes in time to see the blanket off my bed floating through the air toward me and my hot chocolate mug careening out of the kitchen in our direction. Abuelita started to laugh and flipped out her hands, sending it all back to its cupboard, shelf, or closet. Bravo, Anastasia! She leaned over and held my face between her hands, her eyes searching mine. You have so much power already. I am impressed. Impressed with me? Yes, of course. Your magic is coming in so fast now that it's started. She was slowly getting up, huffing a little. Once up, she looked down at me and said, I wouldn't be surprised if one day you are one very powerful witch, querida. Wow, powerful. After feeling powerless over almost everything in my life, that word was like a double burger and Carter and my new friends all rolled into one. Heaven. Thanks for listening.